as leaders in different countries. Therefore, the lecture on comprehending SMU principles was quite educative. Mr. President, we wish to thank you for the lecture on factories. This lecture showed us the opportunities available and reminded us that in order to solve job and unemployment problems, we need to build more factories. The idea of attracting developers of factories, including provision of free land, water, electricity, training centers, and tax-free investment opportunities for a period, was an eye-opener to all of us if we are to attract investors. Like any other person, we are amazed about the 3,000 PhD holders that form the backbone of the research team behind the great Samsung factories, where more than 250,000 workers are employed and over $100 million is earned per day from sales. This is another way forward to our people, to our poor economies, Mr. President, that factories can be a rescue to our problems in our society. We believe under SMU we can achieve all this. Mr. President, the struggle to get a steel rolling mill factory was exemplifying the diligence as well known to us in the SMU spirit. However much they were tossed from one government, from one country to another, looking for support for this industry, they never gave up. Finally, they cooperated with other countries and were able to make it with self-help. I believe this is a good example of SMU. Mr. President, the Korean culture still stands in the picture of the developed country with strengths in its history and culture. This lecture was given to us very timely because this reminds us not to forget our history and also being able to document our present that will be used as the history of our country and an inspiration to the coming generation. My comment, Mr. President, is that modernization takes over the history. Modernization takes over, but history and our culture tells us the path to modernity. We must remember the path to modernity, and that's why we must make sure that we document our history. The two case studies of Burundi and Honduras, Mr. President, were good examples of our efforts to move out of the present situation, as well as showing us the prevailing challenges, especially from the Honduras point of view. The girl-child education, the drug traffic route, as well as the inclusion of SMU in the government development plan in a landlocked country, is a wonderful eye-opener to the rest of all of us. I saw the enthusiasm from all trainees, Mr. President, of both gender during the question and answer periods, and the manner in which they were all attentive to the lecture periods and believed that SGL member countries are ready to fly to the next level. Bravo to trainees. This was also depicted when Mr. Ha emphasized that we must be ready to fly, and he said, it is possible and we can all make it. I'm sure the trainees are ready to make it. Mr. President, I found this a very educative and informative meeting and workshop. It is my belief that decisions, views, and ideas generated during this training and workshop will be used to inform the future of SGL and SMU in all our countries from today onwards. I wish to thank you, Mr. President, all the staff who have been in charge of day-to-day programs, as well as those in closed curtain work, such as interpreters and the cafeteria staff. We are grateful indeed, Mr. President. I wish to finally thank you for the invitation, the facilitation given to all of us, and our training support while here in Korea SMU sent. Mr. President, we received some white envelopes also. We are ready to develop ourselves as a SGL member country. Thank you, and luta continua. Mwebale nnyo.
이어서 소진관 새마을운동 총괄회장님의 수료사가 있겠습니다.